Hey, hello, and welcome to Soulful Sunday. So first of all, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone that follows and supports this channel. I'm going to share a little bit about where I've been, what's been happening, and why we've gone from daily to 3 videos a week. But the importance of sharing that with you is exactly for the reason we do these Soulful Sunday videos. I really believe in learning it, living it, and giving it. So I wanted to just share a little bit of a story with you and just express that I'm sure some of you are going through, have gone through, and everybody will go through a difficult time, a challenge, something that is hard for you, because that is life, that is natural, yin and yang, dark and light. But chaos to order, the storm will always pass. And sometimes when we're stuck in that moment, we don't really feel like it. Now, just literally, where are we now? What day is it? Soulful Sunday. But I'm actually recording this for you on Saturday. But Soulful Sunday. So 2 weeks ago, I came home from an absolutely amazing course up in Peterborough, firewalk instructor training. So really excited to add that into the events. Now, I was flying high on life. Everything was going incredible. Think of those moments where you're just elated. Everything is working out. You're so happy. You feel like, oh my gosh, should I play the lottery? I could win right now. Those moments where you're just in pure joy. And even more than that, I was moving back to Cornwall. So I was going to be with my husband again. So obviously really exciting. For those of you that don't know, moved away from him for just over a year to follow this journey to become an international speaker and to work and be near my mentor who lived nearly 7 hours away from us. So anyway, back to the point of the story. Just high on life. Everything was incredible. And suddenly, out of nowhere, my husband shared with me that he didn't want to be with me anymore and wasn't sure about our marriage. Now, for those of you that know us, and especially for any of our friends or family who are watching this, because we actually haven't shared it with many people, I'm just being totally real on this Soulful Sunday because I think it's relevant and it's an important message. So don't get me wrong, I think you can even guess by me sharing this, we're shifting at the other side. But out of nowhere, suddenly my whole world changed and I received this piece of information that just stabbed me in the chest. Like, how many of you have ever had that moment before where it's just like, it's words, but it's like, whoa, your arrow is inside me right now. It's so painful. And in that moment, I was emotional, sad, frustrated, angry, confused, just fearful, frightened, so many different emotions. But thankfully, I kind of ran out the house for a little bit. I ran along this path here behind us, went off with the dogs. But suddenly and thankfully, the teachings that not only I share on this video, I share with mentees from stage, with people that we work with, I've learned them from incredible mentors. And everything that I'd been learning about allowing, about having patience, about considering what perspective you have, about understanding what your emotional meaning behind everything is right now. And everything just sort of hit me and I breathed. I took a few breaths. Everybody take a deep breath in and out. Breathing is an incredible tool just to calm you in that moment, to ground you again. So did exactly that and remembered what we had, what the foundations behind our relationship was. And for a moment, I just knew, I had this unshakable knowing that it would be okay, that I believe in love, that right now I need to stop thinking about myself, my needs, my opinions, my perspective, my want and need of that situation. Because more often than not, the biggest reason that we have conflict with people is not because there's not love. Most of the time people love each other very much, but because they have 2 different outcomes or 2 different perspectives, 2 different meanings to a situation, they end up having an argument or a conflict about it. So in that moment, I knew not to go in from my perspective, my feelings and my emotion, but to just be there for him, to give him that space, to hear him out, to understand why he'd come to that conclusion, and if it was really the conclusion that he wanted in that moment, or if something else was making him present like that. Now, most people, by the way, that sounded a little bit odd at the end there, especially for anybody that's not in coaching or doing NLP, but most people will present a problem or how they feel, but actually it's masking something that they might not be aware of or they haven't put words to in that moment. So thankfully I went back and I trusted the universe, trusted myself, trusted what we had in the past, and just went back and let it be. How many of us get so wrapped up in what we think and what we want? So I went back and just allowed and let him have that space and trusted. Everything is always working out for me. When I think it is, it really is. But even when I think it isn't, it really, really is. One of Abraham Hicks' best amazing quotes that I use all the time, nearly every day now. And from there, we were able to have transparent, honest, open, and most importantly, calm communication. And we've managed to resolve, move forwards, reconnect with those solid foundations that we have, reconnect with that unconditional love that we have for each other and the reason we got married. And we're shifting into a much more beautiful place with a stronger connection. So, you know, what was very frightening, scary moment that could have ended a very different way. Remember, everything's about our approach, our perspective, how we act, what actions we take determine the result and determine the outcome. So I really believe that, thankfully, to everything that I share with you guys and everything that I've been learning on this journey, learn it, live it, give it. I really believe that it's these teachings and these learnings that allowed me to stay strong, to be calm and unshakable, to feel the emotions. I'm natural, I'm human, of course. So to feel the emotions, but actually to stay strong, to have that internal knowing that everything would work out as it is meant to. And that's what I want to urge you guys, and for anyone that's in any difficulty or anything shows up in life, is just to remember that, you know, good and bad will always show up. You cannot always control. I share this a lot. It's one of my absolute favorite quotes. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond to it. So take charge of your response. Take charge of your mind. If we can master our mind, then we can master our life. So have a think today. What can you let go of? What can you allow and start trusting rather than start fighting from a place of ego and opinion? Otherwise, love to everybody. Look forward. Today's video is just an off the cuff from the phone, speaking about something really real to me from the heart. So it's just done on the phone, as real as it gets, but super excited for the new content we have coming up. There's a couple of you that have requested some videos that I haven't forgotten about. My focus has sort of been elsewhere, slightly different priority lately, but now I'm back more excited than ever about this mission of us all rising together, the events, but of course this channel as well. So super excited about the content, and for anybody that wants a video about anything that I can share, if I can't, I'll either find somebody, look it up, or say something about it. But anyone that wants a particular video, especially if you have a look at my channel, look at the other videos around this area, then I'm here, happy to help. Otherwise, a very happy Soulful Sunday to everybody. If you are not already, then hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it for your daily, oh my gosh, I went into autopilot then, not your daily anymore, for your regular doses of inspiration, education and motivation. And I will see you soon.